Our mission is to help you learn the English language. We have created easy-to-follow, free educational materials for those seeking knowledge of English.
Okay, Devin, I've been putting on a few pounds and you're quite a lean fit guy.
Well, thank you.
What do you recommend? What can I do to lose weight?
Well, I exercise a lot. I go running at least 3 times a week. But more than that, I enjoy playing sports, and so different sports use different muscles, and all of it helps to lose that weight that you might have gained.
Yeah, well, actually, one of the problems is that I actually exercise a lot.
Do ya?
Yeah, so maybe it's my diet.
It could be, and so in that case you might want to eat something perhaps more nutritious, or maybe even less of what you do eat. Maybe, I eat 3 meals a day and I try not to snack in between. No potato chips, no popcorn, no candy bars.
That's pretty tough.
How many people are there in your family?
5. Besides my parents and me, there are my brother and sister.
That's a big family. How old is your brother?
18.
What about your sister?
She's not quite 25.
Do you miss your family?
Yes.
Do you often go home?
No, but I often send email to them. And make a call to my parents regularly.
How often do you call to them?
Once a week.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. A. Mr.
Miss.
Yeah. May I introduce Ms. A. Miss?
My name is Jane Brown.
Oh yeah. Would you please welcome Miss Jan Brown?
Okay. Anne, you spent quite a bit of time in Australia recently, so why don't you talk about that?
I really liked living in Australia. I was an international student and I studied education at the University of Sydney. And living in Sydney was fantastic because I could go to the beach anytime I wanted and there was a great nightlife in Sydney. There are lots of great clubs. And people were very, very friendly and easygoing, and I met a lot of international people in living Sydney.
How long were you there?
I was there for almost a year.
Oh, okay.
And I traveled a little bit in Australia. I went up the east coast. Up to Fraser Island, which is a World Heritage Site. And I saw dingo running along the beach and sharks in the water. We climbed cliffs and went through a rainforest and went camping, and then we went up to the, which is a bit north. And the further north you go in Australia, the hotter it gets. So we were able to go swimming in the ocean, and I went diving for the first time, but it was a little bit risky cause I didn't have a diving license. So I went on an introductory dive and I saw a giant clam that had a really purple spongy inside that I was able to touch, and then the clam closed up really quickly.
So, did you lose your finger?
Almost.
Almost. Ah. You're lucky. It's funny. You go in the water and you worry about sharks, but not clams.
Exactly.
Will you be going back to Australia soon?
I'd like to go and live there for at least another year. Probably I'll go back to Sydney, or maybe I'll go down to Melbourne because it's a really interesting cultural city. They have a lot of museums and parks. I'm really mad at Bob.
What for? Why? Are you going to the cafeteria downstairs?
Yes.
Could you please get me a takeaway? I have some urgent work to finish. So I don't have enough time to go out for lunch.
No problem. What should I bring?
I am not picky on food. Just bring me the day menu. We are through.
Why?
Why? Isn't it obvious? First, you impose way too much on me, and I'm tired away. Second, you stood me up on the Valentine's Day.
I'm very sorry for that. But I sent you several messages to explain. My mom was seriously ill, and I had to look after her.
But I ended up with finding out late that night that you were with other girl at cafe near your home.
That girl was my cousin.
You've got so many cousins. I called you later that night, but you didn't have the guts to answer the phone.
I didn't take my cell phone with me at that time.
I don't buy a story.
I know you don't hear me right now. Please calm down. Anyway, I don't wanna part. I'll drop by tomorrow.
No, don't. I don't want to see you anymore. Don't ever call me again.
Who are you writing a letter to?
I'm just responding to Sue's letter. Do you want to help?
Okay, I guess I could add something. Tell them that I send my love.
That's kind of boring. Don't you want to tell them anything else?
Well, maybe you could tell them about my promotion.
You've been promoted? When did that happen?
Just today. I guess I forgot to mention it.
Congratulations. That's really exciting. Let's get out a bottle of wine to celebrate.
Shouldn't we finish writing this letter first?
Ah, that can wait. Your promotion is the best news I've heard in a long time.
It is good news, but it looked like you were almost finished. We might as well just sign off.
Okay, you're right. I'll just tell them how proud I am of you for getting a promotion, and then I'll thank Sue for her kind letter.
I guess you can write that I'm looking forward to seeing them in June.
That's thoughtful of you.
And also thank them from the bottom of my heart for the Christmas package they sent us.
That's right. I almost forgot about that.
What would you do without me?
We do balance each other out well. I guess we were really made for each other.
I think that showbiz stars have a really easy life. They have lots of money, so they can buy almost anything they want. They're famous, so everyone loves them.
I think they must have horrible lives. All the paparazzi take photos of them wherever they go and whatever they do. They must get sick of it.
I bet they love it really. Sure, they complain about it, but that just gets them more publicity, doesn't it?
I think that few of the showbiz stars want any publicity for themselves. They only want it for their films.
No way. They want publicity for themselves, so that they get invited to make more films, go to lots of cocktail parties, and even make albums. They have such an easy life. They don't even pay for drin.
Showbiz stars have plenty of expenses. That's why they need so much money. They need millions of dollars to buy big, secluded houses and wonderful dresses. I bet most showbiz stars would prefer to we.
I don't understand how you can have any sympathy for showbiz stars. They're overpaid, overambitious, and overadored.
I think you should give them some credit. They're very talented people and they deserve all the money they earn. They even donate money to charity to help people who are less fortunate than themselves.
Come on. They only do that to get even more publicity for their films and themselves. Do you need a hand?
No, I can handle it. Thanks anyway.
Are you sure you don't need any help?
Well, maybe just a little. I can't seem to make it fit.
I swear, the overhead compartments on these planes just keep getting smaller and smaller.
That's so true. Thanks for your help. Are you in the aisle seat in this row?
Yes. What about you?
I'm in the middle seat.
Oh, I guess I'll let you through then.
Thanks. Sorry for making you get out of your seat again.
That's all right. I notice you have a few newspapers there. Would you mind lending me one?
No, not at all. Which one would you like? The New York Times or The Guardian?
I prefer the British paper, but I'll read whatever one you aren't going to read right away.
I was just going to do a little Sudoku while we wait for the plane to take off, so The Guardian is all yours.
Thanks a lot. That's really nice of you. Would you like a piece of gum?
That would be great. Thanks.
Is learning the English language your toughest challenge yet? Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials.